Internal dialogue plays a crucial role in shaping our self-perception and personal growth. This ongoing conversation we have with ourselves can significantly influence our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Understanding these internal conversations is essential because they often reflect our beliefs, fears, and aspirations. By becoming aware of our internal dialogue, we can identify negative patterns that may hinder our progress and replace them with more constructive thoughts. This shift can lead to profound personal growth as it allows us to challenge limiting beliefs and cultivate a more positive self-image. Moreover, the significance of silence cannot be overstated in this context. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, taking time for silence can be transformative. It provides an opportunity to pause, reflect, and listen to our inner voice without external influences. This quiet space allows us to confront our thoughts and feelings, leading to greater self-awareness and understanding. When we embrace silence, we create a fertile ground for introspection, enabling us to sift through the chaos of our minds and gain clarity about who we are and what we truly desire. This journey from chaos to clarity is essential for self-discovery. Often, our internal dialogue can be tumultuous, filled with self-doubt and confusion. However, by engaging in moments of silence, we can begin to untangle these chaotic thoughts. This process involves recognizing the noise that clouds our judgment and learning to differentiate between constructive and destructive internal conversations. As we navigate this journey, we can uncover deeper insights about ourselves, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Ultimately, understanding our internal dialogue and the importance of silence can pave the way for significant personal transformation. By fostering a healthy internal conversation and embracing moments of quiet reflection, we can embark on a path of self-discovery that empowers us to live more intentionally and authentically. This exploration not only enhances our self-awareness, but also equips us with the tools to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and clarity. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of our internal dialogue, we will uncover the profound impact it has on our overall well-being and personal development. The journey from chaos to clarity is not merely about silencing the noise. It is about understanding the messages we convey to ourselves and learning to reshape them in a way that aligns with our true selves. By prioritizing this internal work, we can foster a more compassionate and empowering relationship with ourselves, ultimately leading to a richer and more meaningful existence. In the following sections, we will explore practical strategies for enhancing our internal dialogue, the role of mindfulness in cultivating silence, and the transformative power of self-reflection. Together, we will embark on a journey that promises to illuminate the path toward self-discovery and personal growth, guiding us from the chaos of our minds to the clarity of our true selves. Through this exploration, we will learn to harness the power of our internal conversations and silence, unlocking the potential for profound change and deeper understanding in our lives. Constant self-talk is an intrinsic part of our daily lives, often operating in the background as a relentless stream of thoughts that shapes our experiences and influences our mental state. This internal dialogue can be both a guiding force and a source of turmoil, as it continuously narrates our perceptions of reality. The nature of this internal conversation is relentless. It never truly stops, and its presence can be felt in every moment, from the mundane to the significant. This ongoing chatter can dictate how we respond to situations, how we perceive ourselves, and how we interact with the world around us. When we engage in negative self-talk, we may find ourselves trapped in a cycle of doubt and fear, which can significantly impact our mental well-being. For instance, if our internal dialogue is filled with criticism and self-doubt, we may approach challenges with trepidation, believing we are incapable of success. This voice can create scenarios that hinder our personal freedom, leading us to avoid opportunities or shy away from pursuing our passions. The stories we tell ourselves can become self-fulfilling prophecies. If we convince ourselves that we are not worthy or capable, we may unconsciously sabotage our efforts to achieve our goals. This can manifest in various ways, such as procrastination, avoidance, or a lack of confidence in our abilities. The relentless nature of our internal dialogue can also lead to heightened anxiety and stress, as we become preoccupied with negative thoughts and worst-case scenarios. It is essential to recognize that this internal voice, while powerful, is not necessarily a reflection of our true selves. Often, it is a collection of past experiences, societal expectations, and ingrained beliefs that do not accurately represent who we are or what we are capable of achieving. By understanding that this voice is separate from our true selves, we can begin to distance ourselves from its influence. This recognition is a crucial step in reclaiming our personal freedom and mental clarity. When we learn to observe our thoughts without judgment, we can start to identify patterns in our self-talk that may be detrimental to our well-being. This awareness allows us to challenge negative narratives and replace them with more empowering and constructive thoughts. For example, instead of telling ourselves, "I will fail," we can reframe that thought to, "I am capable of learning and growing from this experience." This shift in perspective can open up new possibilities and foster a sense of agency in our lives. Emphasizing the need to recognize this voice as separate from our true selves is vital for personal growth. It encourages us to cultivate a more compassionate and understanding relationship with ourselves. By practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, we can create space for healthier internal dialogues that support our aspirations and well-being. This process involves actively engaging with our thoughts, questioning their validity, and choosing to focus on those that align with our values and goals. In doing so, we can transform our internal dialogue from a source of limitation into a powerful tool for empowerment. Ultimately, the influence of constant self-talk on our daily lives and mental state cannot be underestimated. By acknowledging its relentless nature, understanding how it can hinder our freedom, and recognizing it as separate from our true selves, we can embark on a journey toward greater self-awareness and personal liberation. This journey allows us to harness the power of our internal dialogue, leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. Embracing silence and stillness can be a transformative experience, offering a pathway to clarity and peace amidst the mental chaos that often surrounds us. In our fast-paced world, where distractions are abundant and noise is constant, finding moments of silence can feel daunting. However, it is precisely in these quiet moments that we can begin to unravel the complexities of our thoughts and emotions. Silence allows us to step back from the incessant chatter of our minds, providing a sanctuary where we can reflect and gain insight into our true selves. When we create space for silence, we open the door to clarity. In this stillness, we can sift through the noise of our daily lives and confront the thoughts that may be clouding our judgment. It is in these moments that we can identify what truly matters to us, allowing us to prioritize our values and aspirations. The chaos of our minds often stems from external pressures and internal conflicts, but silence acts as a balm, soothing our racing thoughts and helping us to regain focus. The metaphor of a calm lake beautifully illustrates the concept of a quiet mind. Just as a still lake reflects the surrounding landscape with crystal clarity, a tranquil mind can mirror our inner thoughts and feelings without distortion. When the surface of the lake is disturbed by wind or waves, the reflection becomes muddied and unclear. Similarly, when our minds are filled with noise and distractions, our perceptions can become skewed, making it difficult to see ourselves and our situations clearly. By embracing silence, we can cultivate a mental state akin to that of a calm lake, where our thoughts settle and we can observe our inner landscape with clarity. This clarity allows us to confront our fears and insecurities, enabling us to understand the root causes of our anxieties. Many people harbor a fear of silence, associating it with discomfort or loneliness. However, it is essential to confront this fear and recognize that silence is not an absence, but rather a presence, a space filled with potential for self-discovery. In silence, we can connect with our true essence, unearthing the thoughts and feelings that often remain buried beneath the noise of our daily lives. This journey into silence can be challenging, as it may force us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. Yet, it is through this confrontation that we can experience profound growth and transformation. By allowing ourselves to sit with our thoughts in silence, we can begin to understand our motivations, desires, and fears on a deeper level. This understanding fosters self-acceptance and compassion, enabling us to embrace our authentic selves without judgment. Encouraging viewers to confront their fears of silence is crucial in this exploration. It is essential to recognize that silence is not something to be feared, but rather a powerful tool for personal growth. By intentionally carving out moments of stillness in our lives, whether through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply sitting in quiet reflection, we can begin to experience the transformative potential of silence. As we cultivate this practice, we may find that the chaos of our minds begins to dissipate, revealing a sense of peace and clarity that was previously obscured. Ultimately, embracing silence and stillness can lead us on a journey of self-discovery, allowing us to connect with our true essence and navigate life with greater intention and purpose. In this quiet space, we can find the clarity we seek, transforming our mental chaos into a serene and reflective state of being. The concept of the pain body, as introduced by spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle, refers to the accumulation of negative emotions and experiences that we carry within us. This emotional baggage is formed from past traumas, unresolved conflicts, and painful memories that we have not fully processed or released. The pain body can manifest in various ways, influencing our thoughts, behaviors, and overall mental health. It acts as a kind of emotional entity that feeds on our suffering, often leading us to react to situations based on past pain rather than present realities. When we allow the pain body to dominate our lives, it can distort our self-perception, causing us to view ourselves through a lens of negativity and limitation. This distorted self-image can hinder personal growth as we may become trapped in cycles of self-doubt, fear, and anxiety. For instance, someone who has experienced rejection in the past may carry that pain into new relationships, leading them to sabotage potential connections out of fear of being hurt again. This cycle can perpetuate feelings of loneliness and unworthiness, making it difficult to break free from the grip of the pain body. The impact of the pain body on mental health is profound, as it can contribute to various emotional and psychological issues, including depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. When we are unaware of the pain body's influence, we may find ourselves reacting to life's challenges in ways that are disproportionate to the actual situation. This can lead to a sense of helplessness and frustration as we struggle to understand why we feel the way we do. Recognizing and addressing our own pain bodies is essential for healing and personal development. The first step in this process is cultivating awareness of our emotional responses and the patterns that arise from them. By paying attention to our thoughts and feelings, we can begin to identify when the pain body is activated. This awareness allows us to separate our true selves from the accumulated pain, enabling us to respond to situations more mindfully and authentically. It is important to approach this journey with compassion and patience, as confronting the pain body can be challenging. Acknowledging the existence of our pain body does not mean we have to dwell in the past. Rather, it is an invitation to explore and understand the emotions that have shaped us. Engaging in practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or journaling can be beneficial in this process. These practices provide a safe space to reflect on our experiences, allowing us to process and release the emotions tied to our pain bodies. Additionally, seeking support from a therapist or counselor can offer valuable guidance as we navigate this journey of self-discovery and healing. By recognizing and addressing our pain bodies, we can begin to reclaim our power and foster a healthier relationship with ourselves. This process opens the door to personal growth as we learn to let go of limiting beliefs and embrace a more authentic version of ourselves. Ultimately, understanding the concept of the pain body and its impact on mental health is a crucial step toward healing and transformation. By acknowledging the accumulated negative emotions and experiences that reside within us, we can embark on a journey of self-awareness and empowerment. This journey not only enhances our mental well-being, but also allows us to cultivate deeper connections with ourselves and others, paving the way for a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Encouraging viewers to identify the observer within themselves is a powerful step toward deeper self-awareness and personal growth. At the core of this exploration lies the crucial distinction between our thoughts and our true self. Often, we become entangled in our thoughts, believing that they define who we are. However, our thoughts are merely transient mental events, fleeting ideas, judgments, and narratives that arise and dissipate. In contrast, the true self is the observer, the part of us that witnesses these thoughts without attachment or judgment. This observer is a constant presence, capable of observing our thoughts, emotions, and experiences from a place of neutrality. Recognizing this distinction is essential for fostering a healthier relationship with our minds. When we identify with our thoughts, we may find ourselves caught in cycles of negativity, self-doubt, and anxiety. However, when we cultivate awareness of the observer within, we can step back from our thoughts and gain clarity about our true nature. This shift allows us to respond to life's challenges with greater equanimity and understanding. Various spiritual traditions have long described this observer presence, often referring to it as the witness or higher self. In Buddhism, for example, the concept of mindfulness encourages practitioners to observe their thoughts and feelings without attachment, fostering a sense of detachment from the incessant chatter of the mind. Similarly, in Hinduism, the idea of the Atman represents the true self, which transcends the ego and the fluctuations of the mind. In both traditions, the emphasis is on cultivating awareness of this inner observer as a means to achieve spiritual growth and liberation. The teachings of mindfulness and meditation across various cultures highlight the importance of recognizing the observer as a pathway to inner peace and self-realization. By engaging in practices that promote this awareness, individuals can learn to observe their thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. This process involves developing a sense of curiosity and openness toward our inner experiences, allowing us to witness our thoughts as they arise and pass away. Encouraging viewers to cultivate awareness of their inner observer can be transformative. One effective way to begin this journey is through mindfulness meditation. By setting aside time each day to sit in silence and focus on the breath, individuals can create a space for the observer to emerge. As thoughts arise, practitioners can gently acknowledge them and return their focus to the breath, reinforcing the understanding that they are not their thoughts, but rather the witness of those thoughts. Journaling can also be a valuable tool in this process. By writing down thoughts and feelings, individuals can create a distance between themselves and their mental narratives, allowing them to observe patterns and themes that may arise. This practice fosters self-reflection and encourages a deeper understanding of the inner observer. Additionally, engaging in nature walks or quiet contemplation can help individuals connect with their inner observer. The stillness of nature often provides a backdrop for introspection, allowing the observer to surface and witness the beauty of the present moment. Ultimately, the journey of identifying the observer within ourselves is a profound exploration of consciousness. By highlighting the distinction between thoughts and the true self, we empower ourselves to step into a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Embracing this inner observer not only enhances our self-awareness, but also fosters a sense of peace and clarity in our lives. As we cultivate this awareness, we can navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and compassion, ultimately leading to a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. The mind's inherent need for control can often lead to significant suffering, as it tends to oscillate between the past and the future, creating a breeding ground for anxiety and distress. This constant mental movement can be likened to a pendulum swinging back and forth, where the mind fixates on past experiences, regrets, and mistakes, while simultaneously worrying about future uncertainties and potential outcomes. This habitual pattern of thinking can leave us feeling trapped in a cycle of anxiety, as we become preoccupied with what has already happened or what might happen next, rather than fully engaging with the present moment. The mind's tendency to dwell on the past can evoke feelings of guilt, shame, or sadness, while its fixation on the future can generate fear, apprehension, and a sense of impending doom. This relentless pursuit of control over our circumstances often stems from a desire to avoid discomfort and ensure safety. However, the irony is that this very need for control can lead to greater suffering, as it creates an internal conflict between our desire for certainty and the unpredictable nature of life. The narratives that our minds construct can further entrap us in suffering. These narratives are often based on our past experiences and fears about the future, leading us to create stories that reinforce our anxieties and insecurities. For example, if we have faced rejection in the past, our minds may craft a narrative that tells us we will always be rejected, causing us to avoid new relationships or opportunities. Similarly, if we fear failure, we may create elaborate scenarios in our minds about the consequences of taking risks, which can paralyze us from pursuing our goals. These self-imposed narratives can become so ingrained that they shape our identities and limit our potential, trapping us in a cycle of suffering that feels inescapable. It is essential to recognize that these narratives are not absolute truths, but rather constructs of the mind that can be challenged and reframed. Encouraging viewers to let go of the need to control every aspect of life is a vital step toward alleviating suffering. This process begins with cultivating awareness of our thoughts and recognizing when we are attempting to exert control over situations that are inherently unpredictable. By acknowledging this tendency, we can begin to create space for acceptance and surrender. Acceptance does not mean resignation. Rather, it involves embracing the present moment as it is, without the need to manipulate or control it. Practicing mindfulness can be an effective way to foster this acceptance. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing them to arise and pass without becoming entangled in them. This practice helps to cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience, enabling us to navigate life's uncertainties with greater ease. Additionally, engaging in self-reflection can help us identify the areas of our lives where we may be clinging to control. Journaling about our fears and anxieties can provide insight into the narratives we create and the ways in which they contribute to our suffering. By bringing these thoughts into the light, we can begin to challenge their validity and explore alternative perspectives. Ultimately, letting go of the need for control is a liberating journey that opens the door to greater freedom and joy. When we release our grip on the past and future, we allow ourselves to fully experience the richness of the present moment. This shift in perspective not only alleviates suffering, but also fosters a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. Embracing uncertainty can lead to unexpected opportunities and growth, reminding us that life is a dynamic and ever-evolving journey. By recognizing the mind's need for control and its impact on our well-being, we can take meaningful steps toward cultivating a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for achieving presence and clarity in our increasingly chaotic lives. At its core, mindfulness is the practice of paying deliberate attention to the present moment without judgment. It involves observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise, allowing us to cultivate a deeper awareness of ourselves and our surroundings. This heightened self-awareness is essential for understanding our emotional responses and behaviors, enabling us to navigate life with greater intention and purpose. By practicing mindfulness, we can break free from the habitual patterns of thought that often lead to stress and anxiety, fostering a sense of calm and clarity. One of the most significant benefits of mindfulness is its ability to enhance self-awareness. When we become more attuned to our thoughts and feelings, we can identify the triggers that lead to negative emotions or reactions. This awareness allows us to respond to situations more thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. For example, when faced with a challenging situation, a mindful approach encourages us to pause, take a breath, and assess our feelings before responding. This practice can lead to healthier interactions and improved emotional regulation, ultimately enhancing our overall well-being. Incorporating mindfulness into daily life doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Here are some practical tips to help you get started. First, begin with mindful breathing. Set aside a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take deep, intentional breaths. As you inhale and exhale, pay attention to the sensations of the breath entering and leaving your body. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring your focus back to your breath without judgment. This simple practice can ground you in the present moment and serve as a foundation for mindfulness throughout your day. Another effective way to practice mindfulness is through mindful observation. Choose an object in your environment, a flower, a piece of fruit, or even a simple cup of tea, and take a moment to observe it closely. Notice its colors, textures, and shapes. Engage your senses fully, allowing yourself to experience the object without distraction. This practice can help you cultivate a sense of presence and appreciation for the world around you. Additionally, consider incorporating mindfulness into routine activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or washing dishes, try to bring your full attention to the task at hand. For instance, during meals, savor each bite, paying attention to the flavors and textures of the food. This practice not only enhances your enjoyment of the moment, but also fosters a deeper connection to your body and its needs. Encouraging viewers to practice being present in each moment is essential for cultivating mindfulness. Life is often filled with distractions, and it's easy to get caught up in thoughts about the past or future. However, by consciously choosing to be present, we can experience life more fully and authentically. One effective way to cultivate presence is through daily reminders. Set an intention each morning to practice mindfulness throughout the day. You might choose a specific phrase, such as, "Be here now," and repeat it to yourself whenever you feel your mind drifting. This simple reminder can help anchor you in the present moment and encourage you to engage with your experiences more deeply. Ultimately, mindfulness is a journey that requires patience and practice. As you begin to incorporate mindfulness into your daily life, remember that it's normal for your mind to wander. The key is to gently guide your attention back to the present moment without self-criticism. Over time, you will likely find that mindfulness enhances your self-awareness, reduces stress, and fosters a greater sense of clarity and peace. By embracing mindfulness as a tool for presence, you can cultivate a richer, more fulfilling experience of life, allowing you to navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Exploring the concept of gratitude reveals its profound ability to anchor us in the present moment, fostering a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. Genuine gratitude goes beyond mere acknowledgement of good fortune. It involves a heartfelt appreciation for the people, experiences, and even challenges that shape our lives. This authentic sense of gratitude can significantly enhance our relationships, as it encourages us to recognize and value the contributions of others. When we express gratitude, we create a bond that fosters connection and understanding, allowing us to cultivate a sense of community and belonging. This connection is vital for our emotional well-being, as it reminds us that we are not alone in our experiences. By acknowledging the support and kindness of those around us, we reinforce our ties to others, creating a network of positivity that can uplift us during difficult times. Practicing gratitude can also serve as a powerful tool for quieting the mind. In our fast-paced lives, it is easy to become overwhelmed by racing thoughts and distractions. However, when we intentionally focus on what we are grateful for, we shift our attention away from worries and anxieties, anchoring ourselves in the present moment. This practice can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to reflect on the things we appreciate. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on our skin, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of laughter, these small acknowledgments can help ground us in the here and now. By cultivating a gratitude practice, we create a mental space that allows us to breathe and reconnect with our surroundings, fostering a sense of calm and clarity. One effective way to incorporate gratitude into our daily routine is through journaling. Setting aside time each day to write down 3 to 5 things we are grateful for can help reinforce this positive mindset. This practice encourages us to actively seek out the good in our lives, shifting our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. Over time, this shift in perspective can lead to a more optimistic outlook, enhancing our overall mental health and well-being. Furthermore, gratitude has the power to transform our perceptions of life itself. When we cultivate a genuine sense of appreciation, we begin to see the world through a different lens. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable can become opportunities for growth and learning. By reframing our experiences in this way, we can develop resilience and a greater sense of purpose. For instance, instead of viewing setbacks as failures, we can recognize them as valuable lessons that contribute to our personal development. This transformative perspective allows us to embrace life's ups and downs with grace and acceptance, fostering a deeper sense of fulfillment. Encouraging viewers to practice gratitude as a means of quieting the mind and anchoring themselves in the present moment is essential for cultivating a more meaningful existence. It is important to remember that gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion. It is a practice that requires intention and commitment. By making gratitude a regular part of our lives, we can create a positive feedback loop that reinforces our sense of connection and well-being. As we become more attuned to the blessings in our lives, we may find that our overall outlook shifts, leading to increased happiness and contentment. Ultimately, gratitude serves as a powerful anchor, grounding us in the present and transforming our perceptions of life. By fostering genuine appreciation for ourselves, others, and our experiences, we can cultivate a deeper sense of connection and purpose. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us embrace gratitude as a guiding force, allowing it to illuminate our path and enrich our journey. In doing so, we can create a life filled with meaning, joy, and a profound sense of presence. The significance of self-compassion in overcoming self-criticism cannot be overstated. In a world that often emphasizes perfection and achievement, many individuals find themselves trapped in a cycle of harsh self-judgment and criticism. This internal dialogue can be detrimental to our mental health, leading to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression. However, by cultivating self-compassion, we can learn to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend in times of struggle. Encouraging viewers to embrace self-compassion is essential for fostering a healthier relationship with themselves. Self-compassion involves recognizing our shared humanity, understanding that everyone makes mistakes and experiences difficulties. Instead of berating ourselves for perceived shortcomings, we can choose to respond with gentleness and empathy. This shift in perspective allows us to acknowledge our feelings without judgment, creating a safe space for healing and growth. For example, when faced with a setback, rather than spiraling into self-criticism, we can remind ourselves that it is a natural part of the human experience. By treating ourselves with kindness, we can alleviate the burden of self-doubt and cultivate a more positive self-image. One of the most powerful aspects of self-compassion is its ability to dissolve the voice of self-judgment. When we practice self-compassion, we begin to quiet the inner critic that often amplifies our insecurities. This compassionate voice encourages us to embrace our imperfections and recognize that they do not define our worth. As we learn to replace self-judgment with self-acceptance, we create a more nurturing internal environment that fosters resilience and emotional well-being. For instance, when we encounter failure, instead of labeling ourselves as a failure, we can acknowledge the experience as a learning opportunity. This shift not only reduces the intensity of self-criticism, but also empowers us to move forward with a sense of hope and determination. The ripple effect of self-compassion extends beyond our relationship with ourselves. It profoundly impacts our interactions with others. When we cultivate compassion for ourselves, we become more capable of extending that same kindness to those around us. This transformation can enhance our relationships as we become more empathetic and understanding toward the struggles of others. For example, when we encounter a friend who is experiencing difficulty, our self-compassion allows us to respond with patience and support rather than judgment. This creates a safe space for open communication and connection, fostering deeper bonds and mutual understanding. Moreover, as we model self-compassion in our interactions, we inspire others to do the same. The ripple effect of compassion can create a culture of kindness, where individuals feel empowered to treat themselves and each other with respect and understanding. This shift can lead to healthier relationships, reduced conflict, and a greater sense of community. Encouraging viewers to embrace self-compassion as a means of overcoming self-criticism is a vital step toward personal growth and emotional well-being. It is essential to remember that self-compassion is not about self-indulgence or complacency. Rather, it is a commitment to nurturing ourselves through life's challenges. By practicing self-compassion, we can break free from the cycle of self-judgment and cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset. Ultimately, the significance of self-compassion lies in its transformative power. By treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, we can dissolve the voice of self-criticism and foster a deeper connection with ourselves and others. This journey towards self-compassion not only enhances our mental health, but also creates a ripple effect that enriches our relationships and communities. As we embrace this practice, we can cultivate a life filled with empathy, understanding, and genuine connection, paving the way for a more compassionate world. Transforming chaos into calm through self-awareness is a profound journey that requires patience, commitment, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. It is essential to emphasize that this transformation is not a destination, but rather a continuous journey. Life is inherently dynamic, filled with ups and downs, and our ability to navigate these fluctuations hinges on our self-awareness. By cultivating a deeper understanding of ourselves, our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we can begin to identify the sources of chaos in our lives and develop strategies to foster a sense of calm. This process of self-discovery is ongoing. It evolves as we grow and change, requiring us to remain open to new insights and experiences. Embracing the unknown is a crucial aspect of this journey. Often, the chaos we experience stems from our desire for certainty and control. We may cling to familiar patterns in routines, fearing the unpredictability of life. However, true transformation occurs when we learn to trust the process and accept that uncertainty is a natural part of existence. By letting go of the need to have all the answers, we create space for growth and exploration. This willingness to embrace the unknown allows us to step outside our comfort zones, opening ourselves up to new possibilities and perspectives. As we navigate this journey, it is important to recognize that transformation is not always linear. There will be moments of progress and setbacks, and that is perfectly normal. The key is to approach these experiences with self-compassion and understanding, recognizing that each step, whether forward or backward, contributes to our overall growth. Encouraging viewers to trust the process means reminding them that every experience, no matter how chaotic, holds the potential for learning and self-discovery. One of the most impactful ways to foster change is through small, consistent choices. Transformation does not require monumental shifts. Rather, it is often the accumulation of small, intentional actions that lead to significant change over time. For instance, incorporating mindfulness practices into daily routines can help cultivate self-awareness and promote a sense of calm. Simple practices such as mindful breathing, journaling, or taking a few moments to reflect on one's feelings can create a ripple effect, gradually shifting our mindset and emotional state. These small choices, when made consistently, can help us build resilience and develop healthier coping mechanisms in the face of chaos. Additionally, setting realistic goals and celebrating small victories can reinforce our commitment to the journey of transformation. By acknowledging our progress, no matter how minor, we cultivate a sense of accomplishment and motivation to continue moving forward. This positive reinforcement encourages us to remain engaged in the process, even when challenges arise. It is also essential to surround ourselves with supportive individuals who encourage our growth and self-awareness. Sharing our experiences with others can provide valuable insights and foster a sense of community, reminding us that we are not alone in our journey. Ultimately, the process of transforming chaos into calm through self-awareness is a deeply personal and evolving journey. By emphasizing that transformation is continuous, encouraging viewers to embrace the unknown, and highlighting the importance of small, consistent choices, we can empower ourselves and others to navigate life's complexities with grace and resilience. As we cultivate self-awareness and trust the process, we create a foundation for lasting change, allowing us to experience greater peace and clarity in our lives. This journey not only enhances our well-being, but also enriches our relationships and interactions with the world around us, paving the way for a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. As we conclude our exploration of the transformative journey towards self-discovery and peace, it is essential to reiterate the importance of recognizing the internal voice and embracing silence. Our internal dialogue plays a significant role in shaping our perceptions, influencing our emotions, and guiding our actions. By becoming aware of this internal voice, we can begin to discern between constructive thoughts and those that may hinder our growth. This awareness is the first step toward cultivating a healthier relationship with ourselves, allowing us to challenge negative narratives and foster a more compassionate inner dialogue. Embracing silence is equally vital in this process. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, finding moments of stillness can provide us with the clarity we need to connect with our true selves. Silence allows us to reflect, listen to our inner thoughts, and gain insight into our emotions. It is in these quiet moments that we can confront our fears, acknowledge our pain bodies, and ultimately transform chaos into calm. By integrating practices of mindfulness and self-compassion into our daily lives, we can create a nurturing environment for personal growth and emotional well-being. As we wrap up this discussion, I encourage you to engage with this content further. If you found value in our exploration of self-awareness, mindfulness, and the journey toward inner peace, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you will stay updated on future videos that delve deeper into these topics and provide practical tools for enhancing your well-being. Additionally, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who may benefit from this message. Your support helps us reach a wider audience and fosters a community of individuals committed to personal growth and self-discovery. I invite you to reflect on your own journey towards self-discovery and peace. Each of us has a unique path, filled with challenges and triumphs that shape who we are. Take a moment to consider how your internal voice influences your thoughts and actions. Are there patterns of self-criticism that you can challenge? How can you incorporate moments of silence into your daily routine to foster greater awareness and clarity? Reflecting on these questions can provide valuable insights into your personal journey and help you identify areas for growth. Remember, the journey toward self-discovery is not a destination, but a continuous process. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. As you navigate this path, be gentle with yourself and celebrate the small victories along the way. Each step you take toward greater self-awareness and inner peace is a testament to your commitment to personal growth. In closing, I want to express my gratitude for joining us on this journey. Your willingness to engage with these concepts and reflect on your experiences is a powerful step toward transformation. As you continue to explore the significance of your internal voice and the power of silence, may you find the clarity and peace you seek. Together, let us cultivate a community of support and understanding where we can share our journeys and inspire one another to embrace the beauty of self-discovery. Thank you for being a part of this exploration, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you in future videos.